Hey guys, I'm Cody, and this is my A90 Supra. We're going to show you how to install some vinyl overlays for the emblems. Let's get started. Alright guys, let's get started with the rear Toyota emblem install. Now first thing we want to do is wipe it down with the alcohol wipe. I've got this one here that does come in the order. I'm just going to wipe it down in a circular motion, making sure to get any leftover residue, whether it's bugs, dirt, grime, rain spots, whatever it might be. You just want to get that off so you have a nice, as smooth as possible install. Once you're done with that, you're definitely going to have some moisture left over. So what I recommend is grabbing a microfiber cloth like this one right here and just giving it a swipe, getting that leftover moisture off of there. We've got these two here to start us off with. We've got our Toyota logo, and then we've got our oval marked for the rear here and to match on this one here. You're going to go oval first. Now, these ovals are cut in a way so that it matches up and just covers the chrome part here. That way you don't have to worry about folding down over the edges because it's already black. So the black is going to blend in with the black of the emblem here. You'll see a bit more of what I mean, but essentially you're not wrapping around this side here. You're going straight on top, covering this chrome. And it's cut in a size that you don't have to worry about folding over. We're going to peel it back from the backing. Now, you may notice that occasionally when you go to peel this clear layer off, that it doesn't take the decal with it. That's okay. It's because this is a low tack transfer tape. So sometimes it'll allow it to still stay on the backing. You're just going to put it back over flat, run it over with your finger or flat on a table and take a card or squeegee and smooth it down again. And now it peels back. Now what I like to do is just kind of get a visual on where it's going to go. And you don't want to just go straight down. That is just asking for air bubbles. So what you're going to do is once you have an idea of where it's going to go, I try to go one side down over here and then smooth across. And then we're going to smooth outward. Now you'll see here you get a little bit of a rippling. That's okay. That's just because it's starting to conform just a bit to that edge. So you just want to keep smoothing down and getting it all the way to the edge. Again, you do not want to just flatten it straight down because that's just going to ask for those air bubbles and those air pockets. You may still get them. That happens. That's okay. You just want to use a heat gun to get rid of them. All right, once that's down, now we're going to peel this back, revealing our oval, and then we're just going to touch down any edges and make sure that they're all down. Perfect. So now we've got the oval on, and we need to get the Toyota logo on. So it's got these three lines here that you'll notice that are going to serve as somewhat guides to just so you know kind of roughly where it's going to go and level it out. Let's peel it back. Now, this is what I talked about. See how it didn't grab that line? You're just going to pinch it there and let it grab it again. And that's just because this is a lower tack transfer tape so that when you go to install it, you don't have to worry about it sticking too much to the transfer tape. And the main reason for that is a lot of emblems that we see, the chrome doesn't want to adhere to the decal quite as strongly as you would like. So we're going to use these lines. I've matched the top line to just the top of the black there, and same for the left and the right. It looks pretty even to me. And I'm just going to go down lightly in the center. And then I'm going to smooth my way out. You do not want to have the lines pressed down, but if they do, don't be alarmed. They can peel up just fine. Now we're going to peel this away. And that leaves us with our Toyota logo on the back. Pretty simple, right? Did a little quick touch up right here, and that's just because in stepping away, I noticed that this top part had a bit of a ripple. All that I did is I took my finger and just lightly pressed down like this as I went across the top. All right, guys, up next here, we have our Supra logo. Same thing, we're going to give it a wipe down with our alcohol wipe that's provided in the order. Now we are ready for the decal. We've got it right here. I always try to get it a nice line up. Make sure I've got a good spot on it. A lot of letters to put down here in one swoop. So what I've done now is I've kind of tacked the bottom of that P, and now I can rotate a little bit until I have the right spot. And I think I'm in a good spot right about here. I'm going to start smoothing down this way. And once you have a good spot, you'll want to go ahead and just apply pressure evenly all the way across. And then we're going to peel back our transfer tape. All right, that's it. All right, now we have our GR badge. Same thing, wipe it down. Since this one has nice sharp lines, we can just kind of line up one side here and go. I prefer to line up either the top or the bottom and then go from there. Because it is one solid decal all the way across, there's not individual letters cut out, you're more prone to air bubbles. So this is where you want to start from one end and smooth to the other end to make sure that you don't get those air bubbles. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to line up the top corner. I'm going to line up this corner of the orange R right up here. And the reason for that is simply because this is black and this is black over here. So I can see the orange contrasting the red a little bit better. There we go. Just applying firm pressure all the way across with the transfer tape still on. You don't really want to do much firm pressing without the transfer tape because then you're likely to damage the decal. We don't want that. But if you do, I send the spare with every order for this one here. So you've got one just in case. But we'll peel that back and it's all set. All right, up next for installation is our navigation knob overlay. And that's this one right here. We're just going to apply some alcohol to the surface of the knob just to get any fingerprints, dust, dirt, whatever might be off. And then I've got a dry swab here just to go ahead and get any of that moisture off of there. Peeled it away from the backing. We just want to make sure that we get it as straight as possible. So what I'm going to do is line up the edge of the circle here on the black with this ring. It's not a perfect snug fit, so you get a little bit of leeway in movement there. I'm going to lay it down right about there. I'm going to push down the center, and I'm just going to go in a circular fashion, working my way out. That's just to help with getting any and all air bubbles or pockets when you use the installation stick here, and just gently push around the edge with the point. All right, and that's the install.